The price of peace. The gleaming boxes in the living room felt more like a barrier than a convenience. Maya, at 28, couldn't help but stare at them. The new KitchenAid dishwasher and Deebit X8 robot vacuum. As she waited for the kettle to boil. To her, these appliances were an investment in a calmer life. To Ben, her 30-year-old boyfriend, they were simply a waste. They'd been sharing an apartment and a life for 18 months. Their income levels are similar. Their bills split down the middle. They even maintained a shared fund for apartment necessities. But a recent project bonus Maya had earned and deposited into their joint savings had sparked an unexpected fire. She saw a chance to solve a perpetual point of friction: chores. Maya typically shouldered the bulk of the housework, while Ben helped out sometimes. The constant low-grade annoyance over who would tackle the dishes or vacuum the living room often drained their evenings. These things just suck up our time and energy, she'd thought. So, when the bonus landed, she made a unilateral decision: she bought the appliances. The confrontation that followed was swift and fierce. It wasn't necessary to spend that much money on stuff like this, Ben had argued, his voice tight with frustration. He was worried about future repair costs and hassles. In his view, washing dishes and cleaning by hand weren't a big deal. He accused her of making a problem out of nothing, rooted in a belief that if a task could be done manually, a machine was superfluous. Maya countered that as the one who did most of the chores, it was a big deal. The appliances, she insisted, were a fair investment in their quality of life. The time they would save could be used for things that truly mattered, like relaxing together or pursuing hobbies. We live together, she'd stated, trying to keep her voice even. You don't get to shut down my decisions just because you disagree with how I spent the money. The argument had spiraled, ending in a tense silence that had carried over into the next morning. At breakfast, Maya tried to reach across the emotional chasm. Look, I know you're upset, she began, hoping to explain her perspective again. But Ben wasn't ready to listen. He simply told her she wasn't respecting his opinion. Feeling helpless, Maya had retreated into action. As she prepped for the day, she powered on the Deebit, watching the little machine glide silently across the floor, tidying up the mess. A small lift of cheer rose in her chest. At least the floors are clean, she thought. Now, she was ready to tackle setting up the dishwasher. All she felt was a heavy sense of isolation.